for our spots. Patience is the key to everyone's game, regardless of whether they're tight or loose. The tight player tends to exercise patience by waiting for the best possible starting hands and playing those, while the good loose players exercise patience by playing a lot of small hands and then looking for the opportunity to use this loose image to punish opponents in big pots when they actually wake up with a hand. When good loose players get played back at, they will tend to back away unless something else tells them they can win here and pick their spot.
PokerGob.com. Hello everybody, it's the Your Mouth of Poker show, and we are back from break. Oh yeah, we're live every Sunday. It's the Your Mouth of Poker show.
No, I just laughed at the tweet from Schwack.
I saw it, yeah.
Oh, he's hilarious.
To see if this is visual, see if he's really watching. Got you.
Oh, he's too funny.
Nah, he's great, and we want to thank him. You should check out his blog too. He the other day posted a cool video of the water and sunsets and stuff.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Just so he knows, I do go to his site on a daily basis. I go to just about everybody's site that we are friends at the site. So,
yes.
I do that because I care about you. Thank you for caring about us.
Because you're nosy then, is it? I thought you were just nosy, like to see what's going on, like a little old woman. Oh, see what's going on in this neighbourhood, that neighbourhood. I want all the information. Yeah. Right, I wanted to go, just to end that, just to close the sit and go topic. My question to you is, do you believe that playing sit and goes, Schwack, is profitable for a professional player? Is it something that they could do, play sit and goes, nothing else, and be a professional, make enough money whereby they don't have to play in tournaments or cash games?
When can I answer the question?
Sorry.
Because it's a very simple answer. Yes, full stop.
Oh, good. Okay, so you just have to play a lot of them, like you said. The
Volume.
ROI has to be up there.
Okay,
and,
let's just go back to that one statement.
Now, what are you saying about the 6 versus 9 man by 4 ring?
Let me just.
That's different as well.
Now let me just go back to the one statement. Please listen. You know what I mean? Because I know it's like I want to say something. All right, $5 sit and go. $1 return.
Right.
So if you play one sit and go an hour or one sit and go a half hour, that's $1 an hour, $2 net. So you need to play a volume of them. Play as many as you can in an hour period.
Multi-table, definitely, you'll say.
But always remember your ROI.
Now, do you think that 6 man versus 9 man or 10 man or 9 man is better? Because obviously in the 9 man they usually get top 3 as opposed to top 2 get paid.
Well, now that brings up an interesting question. I've never really looked at the mathematics for that, and I can say that the 6 man sit and goes at the low levels are the most difficult to beat.
Why is that?
Well, because they just are.
Because
of the variance. You have to you beat 4. Yeah, you need to.
Spock said it's a lockbox. I love that expression. It's a lockbox.
Yeah, but you have 4. You need to beat 4 opponents and then get into second or first. Now,
right.
In the other one, you need to beat. Yes, you need to beat 6 opponents.
Yes.
But the thing is a lot of players don't play the sit and goes with any sanctity, and they play pretty crazy.
Yes.
So if you're a good 6 man sit and go player, you would probably be a better 9 man sit and go player.
I see.
Because it's really difficult. The 6 men are the most difficult to beat because of the variance, and the blinds go quickly related to the stacks.
No, I'm laughing because I think we've beaten that topic.
I'm giving great information.
I know, I'm laughing.
No,
but it's great. No, it's great. You said it, and everyone's got it. And you hit the nail. You bashed it to death like me as well. I remember is it on Absolute? Yeah, it's on Absolute Poker.
I remember
the 4-man pot limit Omaha. Oh. Remember those? They had a four-handed. Can you imagine it? Pot limit Omaha game, and they used to have it at like 5 cent, 10 cent, 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent. Even I think they had it up to like $1, $2 even.
Shouts go out to those who raise under the gun with Queen Jack.
How many percentage of players to the flop?
You know what I mean? It's just like
percentage of players to the flop. 100.
Yeah, 100 players to the flop.
100% players.
And there's only 101 on the table.
I love those games. They're just like complete gamble. It's just like,
right.
Put your money out there and cross your fingers and close your eyes and keep clicking till you can't click anymore. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next topic. Great. I wanted to talk a little bit about 7-card stud high-low.
Oh no, not 7-card stud high-low. And
of course, it's my favorite game in the world. And I know that, I think, was it Schwack or somebody tweeted, I might have been Nasal Drip, I saw him tweet earlier, something about him going into a stud high-low tournament. Now, I hate tournaments to begin with. So playing a stud high-low tournament, I think I would rather have my eyes surgically removed or my eyelids taped up permanently and put out in the sun for 10 hours straight before going into a stud high-low tournament. But you know what? I don't think it's that
bad. Well, that doesn't make way for an introduction here, does it?
We're talking about tournaments, though.
Okay.
Cash games is kind of different. I don't really like tournaments in general.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That's the whole point. Whether it's stud high-low, he loves tournaments.
I like tournaments.
I know you. I would come to love them if I played them more. But the last tournament I played at the Dublin affiliate conference, well, I won the other one, but the one we played in Dublin, I busted out with a straight, and I just was like, oh, do you know what I mean? The guy just, I was like,
bollocks.
You know what I mean? I was like, bollocks to that. So, anyway, back to 7-card stud high-low strategy. We're going to talk a little bit about tables where you have too many players going to the flop, which normally occurs at the lower levels. However, it does occur sometimes in the higher level. So my question to you is two-part. Firstly, how do you handle tables where you have too many players going to the flop? Shall I give you? Do you want to answer that first? I got two other parts to the question. So do you want to answer?
Oh,
I'll give the whole question, and then you can answer the part.
Okay.
Second part is
I might forget that question.
How do you handle situations where you have too many players that stay in past Fifth Street? And thirdly, how do you handle situations where you're in a pot consistently with a player heads up that consistently tries to draw out on you every time when you know you have the best hand? Looking at their board, obviously you know you have them beat per se.
What do you mean? You know you have the best hand? So then bet it. That's simple. Let's not be crazy.
But can I? So right, perfect. So for the first section, how do you handle a flop where you a table in stud high-low where you have 6 people going to the flop?
Okay, remember
5 people going to the flop out of 8.
Oh, okay.
Go on then.
All right. Wow. All right. The Your Mouth of Poker show is live every Sunday at 10 p.m. Let's reset.
Everybody's clicked off now.
Yeah, we got one
stud high-low.
All right, stud high-low. It's a great game. You should play it. All right. Now here's the thing: is in stud high-low. Check this out. You go and you want to eliminate players. I always say this. You must eliminate players. People might think, oh, wow, 6 players to the flop? Great. Especially if I'm in a split game, the pots will be bigger. Oh, wow, I could split more money. Well, no. The case is that you want to drive opponents out of hands, unless you have the nuts, of course. But in high-low, though, it's very easy to get your low outdrawn, as you know, especially vulnerable ones like 8-7s and stuff like that. But the way to do it is you must look to check raise when you have a very aggressive better in the hand, and if you don't think anybody's going to bet, then you need to just check, and you'd like to need someone else bet, because you don't want to put money into the pot all the time. If you think it's going to...
So you'd recommend not leading?
I don't think leading is good all the time, depending on how strong your low is. Now, I see a lot of 7-card stud players in the low levels, and we spoke to Alan Kessler, and he's just completely 10-20 and 20-40 and 100 million.
He's like, they'll fold.
They'll fold.
Yeah.
They don't fold. Because
you're betting 50 cents, $1, $2. They're like, cool.
Yeah, they don't understand the difference between what a low and a high is, and they have no idea that this hand is that way. And we have low hand.
They don't. A lot at the higher levels, they don't understand that either. But they do understand $200.
Right, exactly.
200 to call.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I fold.
So anyway, but that's the thing is you want to drive opponents out. So I recommend that if you have a very strong hand, obviously bet it. But if you have a so-so hand, you don't want to give all these people a odds to call. And just wanted to thank Villainplanet for watching the broadcast, because they are awesome. They are from Portugal and they're awesome. They have great clothing.
We love them.
Make bluff.
Woohoo!
Not war. I love the statement.
Oh, I love it too. Yeah.
We'll talk about their grammar at some other point, but
I had a little thing where I said I love it. I love this little statement. I said.
I kind of don't know where.
You likey?
You likey?
Me bluff, make bluff, not war. You likey?
You likey.
That could be you likey underneath it. Yeah.
We likey.
Just my little addition to the T-shirt.
So please follow Villainplanet. It's a great name. It's cool. It's the only poker brand. But
go on. Go on.
So. Next. I don't even remember. What was the question again? The question
is about stud high-low.
Right.
And I think what you were saying basically is that if you are in a situation where you were in a hand, or at a table, I should say, and this usually occurs at low levels, where you do have multiple players trying to get into the pot, and then what you tend to do is you tend to have so many people in the hand. What are you doing? Follow the finger. So many people in the hand that you just can't. You're not going to get your hand over it, or you're not. Right. At some point, when you get to Fifth Street, you kind of like have to get the pot down to 3 players, because what happens is you don't. There's so many cards that are dealt out. You're not going to get your hand. You're not going to get your low. You're not going to get your flush.
Right. Well, you have to pay attention. Always pay attention. Right. Always pay attention to the game. And in stud high low, you want to look for your 4s and 5s. That's
Absolutely.
What you want to do. Your 4s and your 5s are your key cards, because you get them, and it always gives you the window card to getting lows and straights.
Well, if you look at somebody's board and their board is 3, 6, 7, 6, 4, 3,
right,
and you are 100% certain that all the 5s are dead,
right,
and you have 2 pair, and you've put a lot of money in this pot, and they happen to slap that 3 on 6th Street, and you're like, I have aces up. Do you know what I mean? You can confidently call them, unless they have, obviously trips or rolled or something, but you can confidently call that hand on the river, because all the 5s that it's impossible for them to have a straight. So you kind of like have to keep track of that. That's
it's a good check for value. You could check, let them bet out. Maybe someone in between will call, and then either you can bump it or you can just
especially
call.
if there's a third person in the hand that has a really 8-7 deuce. I don't know, 8-7 deuce, 3 deuce on their board, or 8-7 deuce king, whatever, and you're pretty sure they have a low.
Yeah.
They can't have a straight. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They can't possibly have a straight with that board. So you can bump it with your 2 pair, and that's like you said. That's part of that's very, very advanced. What we're really just talking about is like strategies is to get people out of the pot early. And I love what you said. Check raising, especially try to get to be in a situation where you have. Position is kind of different in stud, because you don't have the button and big and small blind, so it's slightly different. But you want to be in a situation where you can check raise an aggressive player, and get people to fold earlier in the hand.
I thought about it too. Is while we were going about the question, and one of the ways is that you've been having this swing in variance where your hands just keep on seeming to get outdrawn. And what did I tell you? I said make it expensive for those bastards. That's what I said. You gotta. Right. So this person bets, you raise, and you're on your draw. And you got to get these people going, because if they call and they keep on getting into the tendency to be calling too, make them call too.
Right.
And I said, it's kind of funny, though.